Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Javier. Welcome to another episode of Analytical Eye Show. Cheers. I hope y'all having a good day. Um, let's get right into it, shall we? Now, I got a bone to pick with black people. So, white people, y'all just sit back and relax for a second, because I'm about to dig into my black people's ass for a second. And the black people I'm referring to is the motherfuckers that think they can't be befriended, they can't be seen hanging around white folks. That white people are constantly, always, on every single level of every single magnitude, the problem. Okay? Because this is pissing me off. Now, don't get me wrong. Hold on. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I sit on this podcast, this show, and talk about how wrong white people are day in and day out on a lot of these episodes? Hell fucking yeah, I do. But let me specify. Anytime I mention anything, and let me say this, a hit dog will holler. So if I am touching a nerve on you and you getting pissed off at me and you comment in the comment section or a hit dog will holler. And I say that because anything I say about white people is really racist white folks. Now, a lot of times I know I always just say, oh, white people this, white people that, da-da-da-da. But let me apologize and say I specifically am talking about racist white folks. I'm talking about the prejudiced ones. I'm talking about the stereotype ones that's like the stereotype. That's the ones I'm talking about. I saw a post and I kind of did a small little talk about it on a few episodes ago. I think it was mistaken. If I'm not wrong, I think it was the one. Let me pull up my channel. I can even look it up right now and see it. I think it was the Black Card episode where I was talking about people really specifically people that are basically black adjacent, which are African descents, like Haitians, Jamaicans, anybody from Africa, that state that they hate black folks and black culture, but then when the mood suits them, or when it calls for them to use the black card or the race card, they pull it out so quick, like we friends with them, and but sit up here and talk about how much they hate black folks and denounce black folks. And I think at the end of that episode, I kind of talked a little bit about this post I had seen where it literally says, it says verbatim, it says, don't trust no black person that trust white people. That's the law. To all my black people out there, is this a law? Is this really a law? Nobody told me. Because let me tell you something, I find it ridiculous. I find it ridiculous. I find it stupid. One episode I did recently as well, I did not an amendment, but I did more of a clarification, a deeper somewhat clarification on an episode I did in season 1 about living within your means and spending your money wisely. And I had made the comment about I don't support black businesses, a lot of black businesses, or I support black, let me say it, I support black businesses, but I don't support black people that sit up here and always looking for a discount. They hawk up their prices to a ridiculous ass price. I will go and hire a damn Trump supporter with his hat on his head that says Make America Great, that has a nice cheap deal that comes highly qualified and will get the job done before I hire some black dude that sits up here and expecting so much money for a job. I'm looking for the best deal because I'm cheap like that. I'm not looking to support black businesses by any means necessary. Because let me tell you this, I don't support my fellow brethren or sisterin, if you want to call it, or I don't support brothers and sisters when the mood doesn't call to support you, especially if you're in the wrong for something that you know you shouldn't be doing, or you know what I'm saying. I'm not loyal to a fault. Just gonna be honest with you. Now, I'm loyal to myself to a fault, and I'm loyal to Jesus Christ and God to a fault. But anybody else in regards, I'm not. You will never hear me say that about anybody. I don't put people on soapboxes. I don't put people on pedestals. I don't do that type of shit. I don't put an entity, a race, a culture on it. I don't do that. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all fall short to pray to things. and we all should be given mercy, grace, and understanding, and the ability to get back up on our feet no matter what we've done. Now, some people are a lost cause and can't, I feel, would probably not be saved, but at the same time, that ain't enough for me to decide, except for the man upstairs to make all those final decisions and calls. And he ain't called on me to do that, so I'm not going to do that. But for whoever was the initial person that made that post, you are stupid. And a lot of times, let's be real. As humans, we say, "Oh, that's stupid. You're stupid. You do." But let me be honest. At least in recent years, I don't call a lot of people stupid. I see what you're doing is stupid. Because everybody, like Judge Lynn has said on her show many times on Divorce Court, I don't call people stupid because we all got our own little ticks in the way we want to live and our thought process and how we view this, and this is our perspective, and this is how we view things, and this is how we feel, and we got our own little quirks and odd points of view, so that's okay. But there's just some shit you just need to call out that's just obviously stupid. And this law is stupid. And I am okay with any black person that says, "Oh, I don't trust Javier as a fellow black person because he trusts white people." I trust white people. White people, I trust you. I love you. I respect you. A lot of times I may not accept what your racist fellow white people have to say or accept it or like it, but I respect it, and that's their points of views. As long as they don't suppress me with that shit, that's fine. But white people, I trust you. And to any fellow black person that says I can't trust Javier because he said that, that's fine. You can unsubscribe. You don't have to keep watching me, but I know you will. I know you will. Because I'm that good looking. I mean, come on now. Like, I'm so fresh and so clean. You know? But I'm just here to say I trust you, white people. I love you. I accept you and I respect you. And I like you. And to all my black people out there, I'm not just fully black. I'm Guyanese. Probably got a little bit Indian in me. I'm also partially white. I'm also have some Spanish in me. I got some Asian. I got some Scottish. And I also got some black in me. So there's a lot that makes up this skin tone and this personality and my creativity and my thought process and how I move and shake through this world. But I do also identify as black, but I'm just partially black. So that's fine. You want to denounce me, that's fine, black people. But guess what? I'd rather be human before being black, because at the end of the day, skin tone color shouldn't matter. But unfortunately, racist white folks, and there's and when I mean that spectrum is very broad, because you technically Italians, Scottish, German, Jews, or you should say Israelians, not Jews, sorry, because that's a religion. So Israelians, you got all of UK, you got Canadians. That's all white, or at least I classify that as white, right? Or you can pass for white in those groups. See what I'm saying? So they have little to no melanin in their skin. So that's what I mean by race white folks. So that there's a whole realm of spectrum, but I do obviously a lot of times pick on the race white folks here in America, but there's race white folks all around the globe. So let me just put that out there. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna invoke this law. I'm going to veto this law. I'm going to denounce this law. It doesn't apply to me because I find it stupid that because the base of the color of their skin, they're not supposed to be trustworthy. Not every white person is the same. And 9 times out of 10, they're going through the same shit we're going through, just in a different skin tone color. Yes, they may get a little more access to things and stuff like that because of the color of their skin, but it doesn't mean that I should hate them for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not my fault. It's not they didn't put that system in place. The system has already been in place even before they were a thought in their daddy's nutsack. So why am I hating on them for that, or I shouldn't trust them or whatever like that? I don't understand it. Why black people? Why are some black people? Because there's black people that are like this. I have to believe that a black person created this post. Black people, not every white person is out to get you. Not every white person is out to racially be racially charged towards you. I know it's so easy where we see countless times, time and time again, where white people pick up that damn N-word and that racism shit so quick, so quick, and then when they act dumb, like, oh, I'm uneducated, I didn't know, I didn't this. But there's a lot of others out there that aren't like that. My boo, um, he stated, "Oh, I don't see color." Well, of course you don't, because you know you white. When you white, you don't have to. You white. You can move and shake around this world easy. Me, on the other hand, I can't. I have to realize the realities of this world. But at the same time, I trust him, and he trusts me. And a lot of other white people that I have hooked up with or will date, male or female, I trust them. I trust them until you give me a reason to not trust you. Now, I've said on this show before, I don't trust nobody, especially not 100%. So let me just say it off rip. I don't trust nobody 100%. And when I first meet you, I take a while to warm up to you. It's like a pot on the stove. You can put that shit on high, but it's still gonna take time to boil. Especially if you watch that shit. Watch pot never boils. It's gonna take a longer time. So for me personally, I feel like this law though, put in this urban law or whatever you want to call this, whoever created this, is just stupid. I don't understand it. At the end of the day, we're a human being. When we cut each other's veins, we all bleed the same, red. We may have O positive, you may have be AB, you may be A, or have that one that's like completely rare, that's like 1 in like 120, like 1 out of like 129,000 people, which is very rare to find, or one of those blood types that is very rare. I don't know the numbers, I'm just throwing something rambunctious out there, but I know there's some blood types that are very, very rare. I know the most common is O negative or whatever like that, which is that one that then at that point you can use any blood type because you're not gonna have a bad reaction to it. But at the end of the day, we all either got a penis or vagina. We're all either male or female, and we all pee yellow to clear, and we all shit. We all do pretty much the same things. We all have 2 eyes, a nose, lips, tongue, 2 hands, 2 feet. Well, a lot of us, some don't, but you get what I'm saying. So why are we sitting up here this just divides us? Now, it's not saying don't trust racist white folks. Then I can give some leeway there. But it's just saying don't trust that black person that trusts white people. I'm just going to tell you, I've had white people treat me better than a lot of black people that I've come into contact with. I'm just going to be honest with you. So you may say, oh, there's some bias there. Now I see why he trusts white folks more than black folks because he's had bad experience with fellow black people. It's not just that. It's just also because they're fellow people. You ain't done nothing wrong to me, so I'm going to give you an opportunity to embrace you in my life, embrace you because you're another child of God, and I'm going to love on you like you somebody, like you my brother. But I'm still going to, keep you at an arm's length, not because you're white. There may be something in there, but also because I just don't trust everybody. And you got to watch out for sheep's and wolf clothing. Sorry. Beware of false prophets. That I forgot that quote. I forgot the scripture, but nonetheless, black people, you gotta stop. Not every white person is out to get you. Not every white person is out to get you. Now, do I see them taking a lot of times they take our culture and they benefit from it, like Tom Hanks' son, and it then becomes the norm and it's okay because he's doing it, but we can't do it. I've seen that happen countless of times, where you got guys like him. You also got Eminem and a whole bunch of other white people. I think Machine Gun Kelly is another rapper as well, where they're celebrated for rapping. But then when it comes to black people rapping, especially if you guys that gangster rap like Cube and a lot of other rappers, it is kind of denounced because it's like, nah, we're not taking this from you. Nah. You see what I'm saying? And I understand that. But at the same time, give white people a chance. You will be surprised how much of the struggles they may be, especially if they're in your same community or area that you live in or same city. You'd be surprised at what they may be going through that's the same as you. Give them a chance. And also give them an opportunity to be educated on our culture, because a lot of them, they don't know because it's not taught in the schools. You know it's not taught in the schools. You know it's not promoted to be talked about or for understanding. And a lot of times they're at fear because they don't know what to say, or they don't know because they haven't been taught anything or given the chance or the opportunity by a fellow black person to learn. Case in point, Miss Pat's podcast, The Pat Down, the white boy Chris on there, literally white boy, but his name is Chris. There was a lot he didn't know. But once he got hooked on with Miss Pat, and then there's Dion, and they started having these conversations and stuff, it opened up the door. At first, it was a little bit of a struggle because, in a sense, we're expecting them to already know because, oh, your ancestors did this to us, or white people are doing this to us. You. Your people are redlining us and zoning us. Your people are marginalizing us and not giving us the adequate. Your people. But a lot of them don't know, and literally just because they live in their white picket fence in the house, and that's all it is. But give them an opportunity to learn. Open up that door for don't go all the way to step 10. You don't want to scare them off. But take the purpose from 1 to getting to 10 to open up that door where they're, for them to be open to, allow them to be unknowingly ignorant, if you will, if that's the right word. It's almost like when I got pulled over by the cops and they said, "Did you know you have a suspended license?" I said, "No, I didn't." But we're not gonna take you to jail, or we're not gonna revoke. We're not gonna impound your car or anything. But we are gonna have to revoke your license or whatever like that. But you do have to get this taken care of. Now, I am gonna have to citate you for having a suspended license, although it's unknowingly. So on my ticket I had gotten, it says driving with a unknowingly operating a vehicle with a suspended license, or like it's something of the case, basically just to show. But when I went to court, the judge said, "Did you get the suspension taken care of?" "Yes." "Did you pay the fees, all the stuff like that?" "Yes." "Cool. Got it taken care of." Dismiss the case. I didn't have to pay that extra ticket that the cop wanted me to pay. Just to have to get the reinstatement fee and pay off the whatever it was and get the license good again. That's how it is. Open up that gate for them to be unknowingly ignorant, where they may say some wrong things. They may have the misconceived notions or perceptions or ideas about what's going on. But allow them the room to grow. Allow them to, and you got to be patient and accept that they may not know, or what they've been taught is wrong, or the perception or the knowledge that they already have is maybe only partial truth or partial lie, or both. Because let's be real, in school, we barely know, we only study like 3 people. We study Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and I say Malcolm. There's probably another person that I know I forgot that we fully learned about. But the only reason why we mention Malcolm X is because they put Malcolm X up there, and I remember every single year they always did Malcolm X because they wanted to show you what not to do. Don't act like Martin Luther King. Act like Malcolm. Don't act like Malcolm X. Act like Martin Luther King. Don't be violent, because Martin Luther King believed in what they do to you, do to them. So if they hit you, hit them back. Believe like Martin Luther King. Peaceful protest. It's always they were pitting them two against each other instead of talking about why Malcolm was the way he was and why Martin was the way they were, and how they're both right in what they were doing. Although sometimes, you see what I'm saying? So I always noticed that that's why I always never gravitated with Black History Month and especially these white teachers teaching, because they always want to pit these 2 black men against each other instead of understanding why Malcolm was frustrated in the way he taught, and the way that Malcolm and Martin did. At the same time, their agendas were both for the betterment of black people. You see what I'm saying? But that's one thing I just can't understand. Hold on. Okay, sorry. That's just one thing I can't understand for the life of me, that why would somebody put on here, do not trust white people and do not trust black people that trust white people? Because I have white friends. I trust them because we built that relation, or not even white friends, just one right now. But I've had white bosses, I've had white, people that I've encountered that I trust because they've earned that spot for me to trust them. Now, do I trust them full-fledged 100%? No, I don't. Because I'm just that person, because everybody, we all have that, we're all one bad decision away from being locked up. We're all one decision away from turning against the person and not being their friend anymore. we there's always that opportunity where somebody can flip on you on a second, and then not just air out your business, but just be violent and disgusting to you. We all have that in us. So I don't expect somebody to fully fledge 100% trust me, because we all have that capability. But am I that type of person that would do that? No. But I would understand if somebody didn't fully trust me 100%. Would I kind of feel kind of sucky and about it? Yeah. But I have to understand, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all have that capability to really just turn that vile switch on. You know what I'm saying? But we do have to give each other mercy and grace and understanding and patience and time and love and the opportunity. And so I plead with my black people to not follow this post here. And I think I even saved it because I wanted to kind of look at some of the, and I was reading through some of the, some people were in agreement. A lot of people were in agreement with it because they talk about how bad black people have been treated in America and things like that. But at the same time, it's like you can talk about what white people's ancestors did to us, but you can't hold, unless they're doing it, the white people today, then there are some white people today doing it, unless those specific white people that I always talk about on this show are doing it. You can't nail the ones that aren't doing it, but they believe in the betterment. They believe in the movement of the cause and betterment for black people and fighting for our rights as we are. You can't nail them to the cross. You can't make you can't make them pay for the sins of their ancestors. It's like a boyfriend or girlfriend that you broke up with, that you never fully healed from or forgiven them from, because now you're going into the next relationship and the next relationship and the next relationship, making each one of those people pay for the mistakes that last relationship or the dude or the woman did before did or previously did. See what I'm saying? So black people, and I feel like even in this post, even like I just mentioned in that, it ain't about them, it's about you. If you're consistently not able to trust every single white person, then maybe it's not the white person, maybe it's you. Unless it's factually showing or factually known that this person is an actual racist or whatever like that. Or out to get you because you're black, or prejudiced towards you, or stereotyping you. See what I'm saying? So you gotta open up your heart, open up your mind, open up your soul, for God's sakes. To white people, ain't nothing wrong with it. I love whites, I love Asians, I love blacks, I love Mexicans, I love everybody that's on this earth. And I say it like this. They're averaging out now 8 billion people on this earth. 4 billion people ain't gonna like me. Whether that's the color of my skin, the way I walk, the way I talk, my mindset, my perspectives, my when I put out music and my movies and stuff, when I start releasing stuff, when I get into my career field and everything like that, they're not gonna like shit. But at least 4 billion people I know may like me, and I'm cool with that. Because I'm not Jesus of God, so I'm not expecting you to like me. But hell, they put Jesus on the cross, so what you think they're gonna do to me as a person? He's our Lord and Savior up on the cross. He died on the cross for our sins. They did all that to him, so if they're gonna do that to Jesus, what you think they're gonna do to me? I have to be okay with that. But at the same time, I still have to open up my heart and abundance to someone that don't look like me. And black people, when you close off to white people and something like that post I just read, you're never gonna get out the 4 walls of your community. Which means, what was the point of listening to my season 1 episode, episode on my season 1, on season 1, where I talked about the 4 walls? It's literally called 4 walls, getting outside of your community. Then you can't come to season 2 of my podcast and listen to the episode I just put out about white people shit that I like to do, the activities I like to do. And I thank y'all, because that's actually I think so far one of my highest rated episodes, which I don't know if people are actually watching it or if they're just clicking on it, but it seems to be getting some traction. And I hope that it continues to get more traction. I hope all of my episodes get some traction. But thank you for that. But I love to do white people shit. I love to. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm black, but I'm not just black. I love to do white people shit. I love to eat all different types of foods and cultures and experience shit. Hell, if you want to be honest, I'm not just a Christian. I think I'm part. I would gravitate to some Muslim shit, to some Buddhist shit, and some atheist shit. Honestly, I I understand everybody. I think because I'm able to understand and respect everybody's points of views, that's why I think I would be a great Muslim. I mean, I believe in God. I'm a Christian, but I think I would, just like how I'm multi ethnic in my race and everything like that, in my cultural background, my ethnicity and everything like that. Um, because I'm not just black. I think I'm part Muslim. I think I'm part Christian. I think I'm part Buddhist and part atheist and a part scientist. And I understand it and I see it all. That's why I think I even said on this podcast before where like sometimes I question, is there really an afterlife? I'm supposed to believe that as a Christian, but sometimes I really be like, what if I close my eyes and there's really nothing there? And then I start to think, well, that it may be because when I close my eyes and there's nothing there, that's because obviously you're questioning God and questioning your faith. But then I also think, what if there really is nothing there? Or what if I go to my version of hell or my version of heaven or whatever that is? What does heaven really look like? Nobody really knows until you die. And then you can't just wake back up and be like, oh, I seen it. I know what it's like. I know, once you die, you gone. We can't go revive Betty White or Cicely Tyson or Marvin Gaye or, Bob Marley or I don't know, somebody. We can't go revive Aretha Franklin or somebody and wake you back up and be like, hey, yo, what's it like? Tell us. We don't know until we get there. We gotta fuck around and find out. And the only way to fuck around and find out is to live your life and then die. We born, we live, we die, life goes on. That's how it works. So that's the only thing for me. Like, do I feel in my soul, does my soul feel alive and go up and then start looking around the world above and that's how it is going to be for the rest of life? I don't know. Because when my eyes close, yes, we have dreams. And somebody had made a post, they said, dreams are like, what is it, a mini movie to dying or some shit like that. I forgot what was that post? Damn, I'm trying to remember it. Or I think they said you're sleeping is practicing for death. Because they said the movies are like your dreams are like, I guess, I forgot what they said in regards to the dream aspect, but I do know that in the post they had mentioned, let me see if I can look it up. Let me see. Post. Let me see if I can find it. Well, it says, the AI is saying every night when we drift off to sleep, we're essentially doing a little practice run for the big final, a temporary surrender to unconsciousness, a brief rehearsal for the final curtain call. Sleep is life's way of saying, let's get a little taste of what's to come just in case. Sleep is practicing for death, which I don't think that's the post that Oh, I think this is it. Sleep is like a temporary death, and death is like a good, peaceful sleep. I don't think that's the one. Or I think this is the one. Sleep is temporary death, and death is a longer sleep. Or that's the same thing, actually. Well, nonetheless, I wish I was able to find it. Sleeping is nice because you're not actually dead and you're not awake, so it's a win-win situation. I don't think that's what it was, but it's something like that. But anyway, I just say all that to say that this we only have one life, and we should enjoy it by trying to intermingle and collaborate and network and love on each other. Like I hope by the end of my life, how Cheryl Underwood said on Club Shay Shay, she said, I had the opportunity to love on her. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Underwood. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because she said it on his podcast. She said, I've had the opportunity to oh shit, fuck. I always get on this show and then I have something I need to pull up and then I can't find it. So let me see, hold on. Videos. Damn, where's it at? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, I think this is it. Um, fuck. Where's it at? She had just said it on Club Shay Shay's podcast. She said, "I've had the opportunity to enjoy God's basket fruit of love," or something like that. Um, Damn it. I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick for y'all. I apologize. Because it was just a really good quote. I'm looking through the comment section. I'm trying to see, um, you know, um, but while I'm looking it up, I want to enjoy. I actually would like to date every race or or culture or whatever because it gives me a chance to experience everybody else's life. I wish I could. I probably won't be able to get to by the end of this life, but I was just saying all this to say like I would love to be able to get to the end of this life and have experienced all that God has had to offer. Because at the end of this life, you know, I just like I want to experience every part of the world. Um, Club Shay Shay. Okay, so it's got to be here. Let me see if I can get zoomed to the end of the episode. Um, uh, Damn. It's always something good that I need to. Damn. But anyways, she's basically said I've had the opportunity to experience all of God's basket of love, or something like that. Damn. Um, Wish I could fucking find it. Damn. Because now it's gonna be on my mind to look for, and I won't. And then I'm gonna sit up here and I may have to pause this podcast and look for it and then come back on because I'm the type of person I'm gonna continue to get stuck on this shit until I find out what she said. But I'm trying to get to it. I feel like I'm close, but I don't know. Damn, come on. And I feel like I probably done scrolled past it so many times because I'm trying to look for it. Uh, but yeah, but like she said, I just want to be able to experience all that life has to offer, um, and just be cool with everybody. So black people don't take. I hope that y'all don't believe in this post, and if you do, you're just closing yourself off to the world. And at that point, for me, if you can't trust white, like I don't. At that point, I don't even feel like you can then trust. You can't trust. You're not trusting black people either, because let me see if I can look it up. Damn. Maybe it's on this. Ugh. I'm so sorry, y'all. Damn it. I'm over here trying to look for the shit, and y'all probably, if y'all have already seen it, y'all probably know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah. But I'm gonna end it there, y'all. Um, I'm gonna probably come back at the end of the episode and state it, but I thank y'all so much for watching this episode of the Analytical Eye Show. Our fun fact for today is going to be, sorry. Sorry. Oh my God. Our Malcolm. We're gonna our fun fact for today is gonna be Betty Shabazz, which is Malcolm X's wife. She was born. She was born Betty Dean Sanders, May 28th, 1934. But it also has a slash saying 1936. So I guess there's some confusion maybe there. She died 1920, and she died June 23rd, 1997. She's also known as Betty X. She was an American educator and civil rights activist. And she got her education from Tuskegee University and Brooklyn State College School of Nursing. She grew up in Michigan, Detroit. Her parents, and she joined the Nation of Islam in 1956. And that's where she met Malcolm X, and they married in 1958. And sorry, I'm so sorry. So, good God, I'm all over the place. Sorry, because I'm over here thinking about that quote. But I just wanted to get. And she obviously held him down during that whole civil rights movement, from when their house got burned down to the racism that occurred and the fighting that Malcolm X did. So we just want to, like I said, behind every great man is even greater woman. And sorry. And I would just want to take out the time to honor you, Mrs. Shabazz. And after even after she had, along with her husband, she had left the Nation of Islam in 1964, and that's when she witnessed his assassination the following year. Which I don't know how. These are some strong women. Coretta Scott King and Mrs. Shabazz, Betty Shabazz, which then left her with the responsibility of raising six daughters. And that's when she pursued her higher education and then went to work at Medgar Evers College in Brooklyn, New York. So I just want to thank you so much, Miss Shabazz, for all that you've done and holding down Malcolm and the kids and being a strong black woman. And I thank you so much for watching this episode of the Analytical Eye Show. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and TikTok at Avir Vassal. And you can follow the show on Facebook and Instagram. I think I said the show, so let me back up. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Avir Vassal. And TikTok at Avir Vassal. You can follow the show on Facebook and Instagram at The Analytical Eye Show and on Twitter at iAnalytical. I thank you so much for watching this show. Stay tuned because I may actually come back once I find that quote and say it. So, cheers. I hope y'all have a good day. Thank you so much. And make sure you take out some time to talk about things that meet the eye daily. Hey, y'all. Okay, I found it. I told y'all I was going to find this Cheryl Underwood quote because I got on here and I told y'all I was going to find it. Didn't I tell you I was going to find it? And then, look, hold on. I got to go back, pull it back up. But I found it, though. Because I had to go do research, some deep diving after I got done filming the episode. And I told you I was going to find the shit. And this is what Cheryl Underwood said. How hard is it for you to love some in the community when you know they don't love you back? Then she says, Cheryl, sorry, hold on. That's a whole nother thing. I'm sorry. I was reading something else. Sorry. So she said, Cheryl Underwood said this, and I quote, "So if you were a Latin man who was in love with me, I had lots of crushes in my life. Latin men, white men, Asian men, all kinds of men, black men. But that's what I love. That's what I think understands me, understands when things don't go well. But I've sampled everything God had made on the buffet of love. Or you could say in the buffet of love. But I'm not against our men dating outside of race. What I'm against is when you down us to uplift somebody else. So what she was saying in the context of that, and what I was explaining in the episode is it's cool, black men, for you to date white women. It's cool. Ain't nobody nothing wrong with that. But when you are praising your white woman and also downing black women in the same instances, there's a lot of black men out there that do exactly that. I remember, there's a video I did, back to Breonna Taylor. It was like a little small PSA, because there's a black guy that got on Twitter out of nowhere. Just got to say nothing about this dude. We never even heard of this football player. He didn't say anything about a white woman and praising white women, but he said people still in love or find just got attractive, and we went ham on him. Because, dog, what was your point in making that comment and being disrespectful and downing another sister, a black sister, when all of this, and what's the point of even making that comment? Why don't you make a post about Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, George Floyd, and all of the shit that was, and this is at the height of the pandemic, and during 2020 with everything that was with the civil unrest around black people and cops and shit like that. I mean, still heightened, but you know what I'm saying. But there are countless black men out there, and that are out there, or I'm gonna say men, because we're gonna have to quantify, and we're gonna have to specify that word, because I need to do another episode on what a real man is and what a boy is. So let me correct myself. There's black boys out there that disrespect our black women in lieu of celebrating white women. Fine, you love white chicks? Cool, go fuck them. Go motorboard them. Right, the motorboard with the boobs and stuff. You know. Go fucking let them suck your dick. Go have babies with them. Go. What's the word I'm looking for? Go mulatto with them if you want to. Go ahead, but don't sit up here and disrespect the black woman like she didn't bring you into this world. Black boys that do that. It's very disrespectful, and it's very connotating, and it's very ugly. It only shows us your true colors. Because, like Just Got song, like she says, is how would you feel if that beautiful brown was forever gone? There'll be no more cocoa wounds to carry your brown on. You will be the last of your kind. Can you feel this song? How does that affect your mind? Because if there was no black woman, there'll be no black men, there'll be no black boys, there'll be no more black little girls that come up. So for every one of you black brothers out there that want to demean, disrespect, and talk down about a black woman, either through prejudicial, stereotypical, or marginalizing ways, or sexist ways, you think about your black mama that helped raise you, your black grandmama that helped raise you, your black aunties that helped raise you, your black nieces that helped raise you and bring you up into this world. Because without them, there will be no existence of you. And for any of y'all out there that's looking at this video and thinking otherwise, you're sorely mistaken. It's time for us to stand up and be about our black women, for our black women, about our black women, never against our black women. Because there's a lot of black women out there, not girls, black women out there that are about their business, that ain't fucking up, they ain't doing shit, they ain't stereotyping us. They're out there marching and putting in the work and doing whatever the fuck they supposed to do. Black boys, you need to learn how to grow up and be a man and be a black man. Show black excellence. You want to be a leader? Be one. Act like one. Don't just say you're one. Just like I have had said in previous episodes, and I think I've had an episode about it. You have to earn the title of being called a man, being called a father. It's not just given to you. You have to earn it. And it's not just a certain amount of time. It's a lifetime commitment. It's not even a career. There's a reason why we call God, God, and He's our Father, our Lord and Savior, the beginning and the end, the Alpha, the Omega, the bright and morning star. There's a reason why God has all those names. Jehovah Jireh. There's a reason why He has those names, because He earns it. And He doesn't just earn it when things are going good. He earns it when things are going bad. He shows up and shows out every time. So every black man out there that wants to be a black man and be called a man, be called a father, be called a dad, you have to earn that title. And it doesn't just come about when, oh, a baby, we're pregnant. Oh, no, it goes through when the child's going through their adolescent years. It's through raising them, through teaching them emotionally, physically, mentally, soulfully, and being there, showing up and showing out, being an active participant, not only in your own life, but their child's life, the black woman's life, and in society, and in your community. You stand up and stand out. And you call other brothers out on their shit when it comes to a black woman. You call out another sister on another sister's shit when shit happens. You call out everybody and you tell them to stand up and stand proud, be black and proud, and show up and be dignified in who they are. There's something that has happened from the shift from the 50s and 60s all the way to now, where brothers are out here being little boys instead of being men. Showing up. Pull up your pants. Stop talking about titties, pussies, and ass, and money, and the cars, and the lavishness, and all that stuff, and talk about being about your business. That is a real man. That is what you aspire to. You give hope and inspiration to sisters and brothers that are coming up behind you and are there that are already before you. You take on the traditions and the culture of celebrating and honoring black women. And for those that are little girls that are about to soon hopefully be black women, because they're the women and men words, we got to quantify. We got to specify. Because we always get those two words cloudy. Because there's a lot of chicks out here that are little girls, and they still little girls, and they're not women yet. The same thing with men. We call a lot of men out here in this world men, but they're still little boys. They're acting like boys. They're showing up little boys. They're showing up with little to nothing to the table, to the plate. They're knocking on the door. You open it. You looking up when you need to be looking down, because that's where they're at right now. So to all my brothers out there that are listening, I don't know what has happened from where we turned from the 50s and 60s of protecting the black woman. No matter if you were, let me give you a prime example. When you looked at when you looked at Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they may have had different ways of going about shit. They may have had different, how they fought but they fought for the cause of the betterment of black people. And there's a lot of black people out here that got this cause and this cause and this cause. And if you ain't fighting for this, the same cause they're fighting for, are you against me? No. We are all black people. We need to make a united front on everything. On everything. Call them out, call them up. So to all my brothers out there, stop disrespecting black women in lieu of white women. Celebrate your white chicks if you want to. Fine. That's fine. Doesn't mean that you have to demean, demoralize, and disrespect and talk down about a black woman. The same women that brought you up, who you are. Really? Come on now. So get it together. But I love that quote. But I've sampled everything God had made on the buffet of love, or in the buffet of love. I like that too. The buffet of love doesn't just come in one certain color. It comes in all colors. And hell, I've sampled some shit in regards to that. But that was a great quote by Cheryl Underwood. I kind of got on a little tangent there for a second, but I'm going to stop this. Thank y'all for watching this episode of the Analytical Eye Show, and I will see y'all next time. And make sure you take out time to talk about things that meet the eye daily. See ya. The Analytical Eye Show is presented by Analytical Eye Productions, a AAVR company.